Hello Pisces, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? Friendly reminder that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone, so do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. Last thing is that any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or coaching session with me is in the description box below. All right, Pisces. Let's start by taking a look at your recent past energy. What has Pisces been dealing with? A time for healing. I feel like I'm speaking to a collective that, whoa. Time to take action. You are good enough. Have faith in your dreams. Okay. I feel like I'm speaking to a collective who went through a period. Okay, this sounds really intense, but I'm going to state it and then I'm going to elaborate on it, where it feels like a dream died. Maybe there was a failure or something that happened that felt like a failure, or something that took you off of like some sort of desired path or away from some sort of desired outcome. But it wasn't what you thought it was. Because I don't feel, because you still have faith in your dreams, right? And I will say a lot of times, sometimes divine timing really is at play and things didn't work out so that they could work out in a way that's a little bit better. However this is, like whatever this is referring to, I do feel like it pushed you into a deep sense of like a deep layer of healing in a way, almost as if it really forced you to kind of dig deep into like who you are and what you want and what your purpose is here. And I do think that as this process kind of continues to unfold, I almost feel like through the healing of whatever happened, it's almost like you're gaining the tools for the success. So, I think that that's one thing that I've learned is that it's, when things don't happen the way that we expect, or like we feel like a dream has died, a lot of times it's not that that dream is completely dead. It's that we are needing to learn, grow, heal, evolve in some way to pick ourselves back up and to continue on the journey. I often say that like failure and lack and loss are very rarely, if not ever, never, destinations, but an indication that you're still in the middle of a journey. So you maybe thought that like there was an end, but I feel like things are continuing through this energy. So I don't know. It's like maybe you've given up on something, but it's like that is going to be revived in some sort of way. But let's see, current energy for Pisces. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. This is a need to look at things from all sides. It's I think a lot of times, especially as humans, we have a tendency to really get caught in like black and white thinking, where it's like, oh, this happened, that must mean this. And I feel like, and I had this in the Aquarius reading too. It was kind of the main point of the Aquarius reading, which is just kind of like everything isn't necessarily what it seems. I feel like right now with this balance, spirituality, and practicality, it's like there's more sides to this that I feel like are currently presenting themselves. So for instance, if there was like a failure or a loss of some sort, I feel like that failure or that loss is in some way being transmuted into a success. Like that's what this feels like, is if there was a point on this journey or on this path or whatever this is talking about where you felt as if some sort of desired outcome wasn't possible, I feel like that possibility will come back. Now, I feel like you're needing to open your mind to what it is that outcome really looks like. It might end up being the love that you do truly deserve, but it might not be through that person that you thought it needed to be. It might be the level of success that you were hoping for, but it might come on a different path. So I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen, but there is a need for an open mind right now. Balance spirituality and practicality to me is this, not getting so caught up in one way or another, making sure that you, like I said, are really looking at things from all sides, because I do feel as if there's more to whatever is going on in your world here, Pisces, than meets the eye. Let's see. What can Pisces expect in their immediate future? Now, that's crazy. So for those of you who don't know, I face a window and my blinds are open, and it has literally been pouring for like the past couple of hours. And I just went to shuffle for your immediate future, and it's not anymore. It stopped pouring, and it got a little bit brighter. I don't know if you can tell in the video. It got a little bit brighter out. So maybe, I don't know, maybe that resonates with you in some way, like the sun shining again, or, the storm kind of passing by, because all storms come to an end. Okay, immediate future here. It's time to take action. Oh, so, and surrender to the divine. This is so interesting. An old opportunity comes back. That's what this feels like. But it's not in the way you think. It's not in the way you think. An old opportunity comes back. With the time it's time to take action, it's almost as if a new path is revealed, a new opportunity is revealed. And it's one that's going to lead you to the outcome that you thought you had lost in the past. But this surrender to the divine card is interesting because there's a need to really let go of your expectations. I think that's the hardest thing. Letting go of your expectations, because, I don't know what this is talking about. But I feel like, and I said this, right? I said this from the beginning. It's like some sort of old dream, or like a dream that died, or an outcome that you felt you had lost. It's like that opportunity for that outcome presents itself. So don't think that what had happened is final. Don't think that what's happened is final. I don't feel like it is. At all, actually. In fact, I feel like you're being set up for something. It's good. I feel like you're being set up for something. Overall theme of this reading for Pisces. Okay. What does Pisces need to know? Overall theme of this reading for Pisces, please. Growth, courage, guides. Aha. So between this and this, okay, you've got the kind of the death of some sort of opportunity, some sort of dream, some sort of goal, and the resurrection of it, okay? In between these two spaces, there has been a tremendous amount of growth on your part here, Pisces. And I feel like it's almost like you weren't ready then, but you are now. And I feel like that's what's really cool about this reading, is I do feel like there was this sense of hopelessness attached to like what was lost or what didn't work out, but that the resurrection of it is because of the work that you've put in. And I think that that's where things start to turn around for you. Is this, I'm not talking to a collective that just hasn't learned anything and hasn't grown and is just staying exactly where they're at, okay? This isn't about repeating old patterns. This isn't about doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. I'm speaking to a collective that has done the work, has done the inner work, has grown, and is willing to approach things from a different perspective. Because that's why a lot of times things don't work out, right? It's like you get knocked down, you figure out why. You're like, okay, what was this trying to teach me? How do I need to grow? What do I need to know? What do I need to learn? And then you take that and you keep moving forward and you try again, right? You try to, I think that people often get stuck when life knocks them down and they get back up and they do the same thing that knocked them down in the first place. That's where people get stuck into patterns. That's not what this reading is talking about. This reading isn't talking about the same thing. It's talking about something that happened that led to a lot of healing and a lot of growth that is now leading you to a new opportunity. That almost like, yeah, it's like you weren't ready then, but you are now. Interesting. Okay, let's keep going. So for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, let's start looking at your recent past here. If you are good enough with a time for healing. One more. All right. My tablecloth is being so weird today. Recent past for Pisces. The Ten of Wands. Interesting, interesting. In some way, the Hierophant, Ten of Swords. Who the heck is this Queen of Pentacles? It's not you. Maybe who you were pretending to be? So, there was some sort of like, for lack of a better term, call it an awakening in your past here. This Ten of Wands is this indication of like, in some way, shape, or form, holding yourself back. Now, I'm not blaming you for what happened, okay? I'm not saying that you did something wrong or that it's your fault that things worked out the way that they did. Sometimes we don't realize how we're holding ourselves back. Sometimes we don't realize how we're accepting less than what we deserve. Sometimes we don't realize how we're holding us back from doing the things that can lead us to the things that we desire because we fear failure or loss or whatever the case is. All of those things are natural and normal and understandable. But it feels like there was a lack of like, I don't want to call it authenticity, but it might be. It feels like there was a lack of showing up in a way that you needed to, like in a way that was best for you. And this Ten of Swords is, I feel like, the outcome of that. Feeling, and it could have been like feeling very guided by the universe towards something. And then something happened, and then boom, Ten of Swords. And now there's this energy of like, what the hell? Like I felt guided toward that, and then like what the hell just happened? And I think that there was a purpose for this. Because I feel like there was some sort of an awakening or a new perspective that was gained. Like I said, healing, growth, all of that. That it's almost like you are now more in alignment with the outcome because that you desire, the outcome that you desire, because of what happened back here. And I think that, you know, one of the hardest things I've learned on my journey is that sometimes the universe does knock us down. But it doesn't do it to hurt us or to be like, haha, you suck. It does it to push us to grow, heal, evolve, expand in some ways. I mean, that's what we're here to do, right? We're here on this earth school to grow, heal, evolve, and expand. If we just got everything we ever wanted without having to heal, without hurting, what would be the point of any of it, right? It's the dichotomy of life. You have to have the bad in order to have the good. Things have to suck sometimes in order for them to not suck. I have a tattoo to represent it. I can't really see it. I can't show it to you, but it's like half moon, half sun. It's like you can't have the light without the dark. And I think that that sometimes we have to look at the things that happen to us. And what did I see? It was like, you can't love who you are if you hate the experiences that shaped you. And I think that sometimes we have to look at what we've been through with a little bit of sense of, wow, you know, like I got through that, I healed from that, and I am who I am now because of that. And sometimes we don't realize that the level of courage that we have, or the level of self-love, or the level of compassion, or deeper understanding or wisdom that we have comes from those experiences that do suck. And it's not to glorify them or say like you should just be so grateful for them and, you know, shame on you for wishing it didn't happen, because that's not what I'm saying. But I do think that whatever happened in this past energy, I feel like it was trying to break you open so that you could let more of the light in and even see more so that you were the light. Because it feels like you were doing something from a place of not knowing your true value. And through the healing and through the growth, I feel like you are learning how valuable you really are in some ways. So what does Pisces need to know right now? It's like you're stronger now because of it. You're wiser. You're like more certain almost in who you are. That's what this energy feels like. Now, so you have the Empress with the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Two of Wands. We're feeling a little hopeless. And I get that because I feel like there's probably still this feeling that of not, because the Seven of Cups to me is getting really overwhelmed by all of the different aspects of what's going on. So like there are a million different perspectives that I feel like you could take right now and a million different ways that you could look at what's happening. And sometimes we can get really lost in that. And sometimes we have to really step outside of what's happening in our world and really look at like in our own personal world and really look at the bigger picture. You know, I am a firm believer that everything is happening for you, not to you, even if you don't feel it in the moment. And trust me, sometimes I don't feel that way in the moment. There's plenty of times on my journey still to this day where I lose hope because it's like I don't understand why things are happening the way that they are. You know, I felt, guided that things were going to work out one way and then they don't. Like, I know what that's like, and I know from experience that it is not easy to just like have that positive perspective or have that faith-driven outlook. But every single time without fail, I always get proven by the universe that things are happening for a reason. You have a right to feel like you do, okay? I'm not taking away from that. But what I am saying is this is this need to, this is like the time more than ever, Pisces, I feel like in your life to not give up faith in your dreams and some sort of goal and some sort of outcome. Because I feel like, it was like if the universe put a dream in your heart, it has every intention of making it happen. Things that have happened in the past, the failures, the loss, those things didn't happen to deter you from the outcome. These things happened to get you closer to them. I mean, because you have this Two of Wands. This is alignment, right? Alignment with what is meant for you. I get the hopeless feeling, but this Empress to me is about this version of you that you're stepping into, whether you're male or female. The Empress is all about, to me, a compassionate power. It's being the source of the light within. And I think that as you're, whatever this is, as you're going through this, whatever this is, I feel like you don't realize and maybe haven't fully realized how much you have grown and changed and how much it feels like that has prepared you for what is to come in a good way. I look back at some of the worst times in my life and I remember just feeling utterly, utterly hopeless in those moments. And I had a right to feel that way. I'm not taking away from that experience, but I look at my life now or how things have always kind of seemed to turn out whenever I am in those hopeless periods. And I've learned that things really do always work out for the better. But when you're in the middle of the journey, all of the feelings associated, all of the fears, all of the doubts, the insecurities that come up during those periods where we do feel hopeless or where things aren't working out the way that you expected, working through that and continuing to show up for your purpose or for what you believe in or for what is best for you, that's where you create it. That's where the healing happens, the growth happens, the expansion happens. That is the point. So now isn't a time to give up, even if you want to. Now, I don't necessarily feel like I'm speaking to a collective that like wants to, or that feels like they're going to, but I do feel like I'm speaking maybe to a collective that needs a little bit of hope or reassurance that you're on the right path and that the outcome that you desire is going to come. I truly believe that. It's happening a little bit different than you expected, and maybe in a different way than you expected. But that doesn't mean it's not happening. So what does Pisces need to know moving forward? And then I feel like this is where it's like some sort of opportunity is reborn again. It's like a possibility reemerges here. Immediate future for Pisces. Look at that. Success. The Eight of Cups turns around. Because in your current energy, and then there's, oh my gosh, the Three of Swords and the Chariot. It's like a new journey emerges. Now, one of the coolest things about like this reading, and I'll explain why I think this is really cool too, is because there's the Eight of Wands. It feels like this pain, this heartbreak, everything that you've been through, that Chariot, that's what's propelled you. That's what's propelled you forward, or what will propel you forward if you're not there yet. And I feel like, because seeing the Chariot, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Wands, this is very much progress, forward movement, like things moving in the direction, like in a forward direction. I feel like for a while, maybe you felt really stuck, or you felt really lost, or you felt really unsure, and you were justified, like I said, in all of that. But sometimes, like I said, those periods of darkness, or those periods of, feeling held back, and that's why we started this reading talking about the balance, spirituality, and practicality. This is a need to look at this from all sides, because, and I still kind of get this, like, you're in the middle of a journey. This is not the end. This is not where you're at, where you've been. This is not the end. You're in the middle of a journey. And in this future energy, you got the Chariot, like I said, the Eight of Wands, the Six of Wands. It's all about progress, forward movement, success. Something opens up. A journey opens up with the Eight of Cups. And I feel like it's all because of this. This wouldn't exist without this, which I think is what makes it really cool. I mean, going back to the overall theme, right? You had growth, guides, and courage. It's like this has been guided all along. This has been a guided experience for you all along. And it's like the growth that you have, been through, and the courage that you have obtained, all of that is what is propelling you forward here. This just feels like, it's the best way to explain it, like a portal, or even a timeline shift of sorts. It's interesting. And I feel like it might be unexpected. It might be unexpected. But it's very much, it feels like what died was reborn, or like I don't know why the word death keeps coming to mind. Maybe it was a version of you. It was like a part of you died, or like there was ego death, or like a death of, like a path. I don't know, but it just feels like something kind of like Phoenix Rising, right? I feel like it's a little bit of an overplayed, or over talked about cliche sometimes, but sometimes there is that death and that rebirth, right? But in between the death and the rebirth is the burning. Before you can rise from the ashes, the burning has to happen, and that part isn't so fun, but I feel like that's what this is about. It's like a rebirth of sorts here for you, Pisces, and rebirth of an opportunity, a dream, a goal. And I feel like it's all because of you. It's because of your growth. And I don't know. It's good. It's good. I feel like you have a lot to hope for here. Okay, we're going to hop on over to the extended. In the extended, we're going to focus on what you can do or need to do right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self. This is what you need to know. Extended is what you need to do. Any information on that is in the description box below. Thank you so much, Pisces, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, Pisces, I wish you nothing but love and healing and all of the wonderful things that you deserve and desire on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Pisces.